Okay, folks, so here we have a word problem related to our exponential functions, and it's related to sort of our opening, right? So we're talking about a payday loan business, which you see everywhere in Chicago, and they are charging a daily interest rate of 0.8%, and I'm going to underline that, especially that word daily. In fact, the most common way that you might get this wrong is not paying attention to the word daily. The amount owed on the loan after X days, that might be helpful as well. X days daily, right, is modeled by the equation below. And then here's our equation. So y equals blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah is exponential, like the functions we've been studying. We'll learn how to build this equation in future lessons. So for now, I'm giving it to you, but in the future, you're going to be able to build it just given the text here. If you're smart and you remember your percentages, you might notice 1.008 is somehow related to 0.8%. But again, we'll come back to that in the future. For now, we just want to know what is the exact amount you would owe in 1 year at this rate. Okay. So the temptation here is to do y equals 1,000 times 1.008 x, but then replace that x with 1 year, right? And that is wrong, right? So the reason that is wrong is because this is not 1 year, right? Remember, x is days. So we need to use the fact that 1 year is 365 days. So the correct way to tackle this is, rather than putting 1 as the exponent, we say y equals 1,000 times 1.008 to the 365th power. Okay, so that's 1 year, but in days. And then you just type it in your calculator exactly as you see it. Remember a little caret we want right here, right? And we do want parentheses around 1.008. And you get y equals, let's see, $18,327 and about 12 cents. So I'm rounding to 2 here, right? So I got, on my calculator it says 11985. That's what yours should say as well. And then I rounded up to the nearest cent. Okay? And that's in dollars, right? So this is your solution. And we can even make our label more specific. We can say $18,000 after 1 year. Okay? So we end up owing quite a bit of money, as we see. And part of the reason for that is because of this daily interest rate that we underlined before. Okay? So notice if it had been a yearly interest rate, if it only charged 0.8% per year, my answer would have been a lot smaller. So if you did that wrong solution, you got a much smaller number. So how often they apply interest matters quite a bit in how much you owe. So that's why part of the reason why these payday loan stores are such a bad deal is because the interest is added very, very often. So like weekly or daily. Okay? And then how would the model change if you borrowed $2,000 and how much would you owe in a year? Well, so remember we have a b to the x is our model, right? What this is saying is my a is $2,000, right? So what I would do is I'd say y equals $2,000 to the same interest rate, 1.008 to the x, and x is going to be 365 again. And again, I'll just type that into my calculator exactly as I see it. And what I get here is $36,654.24. And again, I'm rounding here to the nearest cent. Okay. And notice that's twice as much as I had before. So that makes sense. We could say dollars after 1 year. In your next lesson, you're going to tackle some similar questions. Remember, all of these follow this model. So this is sort of our guiding form here for these lessons.